It's kind of like watching two people trying to speedrun each other to death.
Yeah. And I love that we have that build up, and then they just go to the sides of the stage, put down Lily, put down Smoke. I'm gonna wait a little bit.
It's actually this push-pull of metas I've noticed of like the deadlier people's punish games get, the more campy like the neutral becomes.
Yes, because one mistake is that much more dangerous.
So like that's kind of always been the sign of respect at the top level of notice. It's like when your opponent starts by not running at you, they're like, this person can mess me up.
I cannot afford to do anything dangerous here. Bit of an early lead for Cake, but we'll see how long that lasts. We already see the up B cancels coming out from Soulrifle.
Soulrifle looking to clear whatever smoke he can off stage and keep some pressure up on CakeAssault. Oh, parries the clone explosion?
That is, like, that's a read. That is pure read, because Cake could simply just not explode the clone. Actually drops the confirm there. Usually trying to go for the, up strong and a down strong, but this time just let Soul get back on.
Dunk's gonna do it right there. And, I mean, it's such a tiny percent lead, like a straight down strong by Forsburn. Oh, or the back air will do it.
Yeah, and it does not matter how big this stage is. I also think this stage is going to be really interesting because, again, they can't really get any, like, just random KO hits super early on. They have to either get a really good edge guard or get their opponent to super high percent.
The tech on the explosion?
Yes! So many people have improved their tech wavelengths over the season. And that's important to know. If you haven't played Rivals in a while, it's actually a lot easier to waveland now. You actually, like, snap to the ledge, like from way off stage. And these top players have implemented that, especially in their tech game. So they do tech waveland from way out stage.
CakeAssault playing much more carefully around the ledge that time, getting the stock and getting himself on those full stacks. Gonna opt to just set them up above the stage, getting himself shelter in case of an edge guard on that side or just a juggle. And look at just spreading more and more smoke, and that kind of becomes the question against Forsburn is how much mental energy do you spend trying to get rid of it versus focusing on him yourself? You let it get out of control and you can't even play neutral, you go for it and he whip punishes you to opt for it.
And it's not just that, it's the clone too. You have Smoke, clone, and the best player in the world all to worry about at the same time. And navigating your way through that maze is something only the best in the world can do.
91%. Soulrifle waiting for these parries. I mean, because the thing is, if Cake has one of these parries, he can turn 91% into very much knockback, or instead catch the roll on the platform.
Not something you see too often. Like, that dagger at the very top, pretty narrow. So that was a specific, you're going to roll in right here.
Yep, that's kind of part of that optimization that Cake brings to the table, right? Is being able to get every pixel of advantage he can out of it, because we actually do see him hit with that tip of the up strong really consistently. I know Forsburn players used to have trouble like even consistently linking that first hit into second hit, but CakeAssault is completely on point with it, or at the very least getting the second hit that he wants.
On that stage too, like the platforms are higher up than normal, so you have even less room to work with.
The CakeAssault is going to be taking that first game. Going to be going here to Tower of Heaven. I know both of these players actually love dropping through platforms with their approaches, so I can see both of them getting some good value here.
It's still a very doable first game from Soul's perspective. It really just comes down to, like, you get one opening, you get so much off of it. And Cake just being more consistent at finding these openings. Look at, like, 96%. We've seen him kill Soul already at those percents.
Oh, gonna find up air into up air off the top.
Not something you see too often, but Cake willing to go that extra mile.
And Cake now recognizing he has the stock lead, choosing not to engage with that Lily directly.
Oh God, you saw that down air. That would send Soul off stage, potentially set up for a double dunk, and you know Cake was ready for that.
Cake going very low with this recovery. That's actually him coming on stage. It's the deception on Cake then, you know.
It gets the commentators every time.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I do like how they're playing right now. Like, they're accepting that they're behind, accepting that, like, I need to play this very, 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 very delicately, because if I give Cake one chance, there's the down strong, 2-stock lead right now.
And, like, the charge on that down strong was so that, like, Cake could react to whatever the tech option was there, right? And still, like, kill Soulrifle off of it. Cake looking even more dominant in this first game. The upstrong is going to help bring Soulrifle back, but it's still 2 more stocks to go.
We've seen Soul get some nutty 0 to deaths, but against Cake, this far behind. Like, Cake's fine playing back. He's got the clone out. Got the tech chase set up as well. Down tilt back air. Really good DI from Soul. But he just goes right into it.
The charge too by Cake saying, I know you want to get off the ledge as fast as possible. And killing immediately afterwards. This puts Soulrifle down 0-2. Bio, I know you're a coach, and I'm kind of curious. What should a player be thinking about in this moment against, best player in the world, winners finals, down 2 games?
I mean, Soul had the right idea. That's the thing is, like, you have to slow it down. You have to give yourself more time. It's just, there's only so much you can do. Genuinely, you can't mess up. That is the only thing I can say is, you're fighting the best player in the world. Don't mess up.
Gotta just clean it up even further.
Yeah, like... it feels so bad saying that.
It sounds almost hopeless. Like,
I mean, there's a saying that's as old as time: "Don't get hit," and that is legitimately all I can say is, stop playing so hard to get the edge on Cake and let him come to you. Did we see that parry right there, getting a good, initial setup here? And once you get the hit, like, Soul is insane.
That's right. Yeah. Like, in terms of like the risk reward, right? Like, he can count on having that same reward. Getting the down special on that parry attempt. This is almost turned around on Soulrifle, but not too badly though.
God, I love seeing Soul utilize plat boost so well.
Gonna find that dunk and just trying to stick just outside of Cake's range.
A little bit of hit pause on the clone there of all things coming out of the smoke. Can he get this edge guard though? Touches back off stage. But it's so hard to deal with the clone coming back on as well, because clone will clear Lily. Soul traditionally puts Lily at the side of the stage, expecting to be able to utilize that for the edge guard. But the clone, sure, gets rid of it, but it also gets rid of Lily and lets Cake get back on.
Down strong. Ooh, tries to get something right off that side special, but this next up strong's gonna do it.
And what a turnaround from Soul right now. And like you see in this deal, like that back air, they're just tossing it out there, not really committing to anything. They're watching Cake so hard. And the second the frame Cake dropped down for that platform, immediately jumps up with the up air.
It's like, I kind of also like the places. Oh no! Okay, so, oh!
Tries to edge cancel.
Yeah. Kind of the only way, because CakeAssault was already down stronging the moment he saw the tether.
I mean, you're still fine right now if you're Soul. And again, playing it much more slow, letting Cake be the one to take the initiative, especially when you have a lead. That's really good to do. No mark there on Cake, but Soul manages to slip back on with a back air.
Ooh! Waits again for the parry. Oh, that time, CakeAssault times it just a little bit later.
Cake actually turned around so he'd get a fair instead of a back air. I mean, Soul gets back on stage.
Soulrifle, yeah, the moment that it's back to neutrals, let me set up Lily on the side, on one side of the stage and try to keep slowing down this tempo.
Just when I thought they dropped the tech chase, they're ready with the dare. Like, you are not safe against this man ever. Cake just found the opening. Look how much smoke is on the screen, G-Pick.
Oh my god, we have ourselves the, first, Soulrifle, before even thinking about Cake, has to think about the smoke, and that uses up his invincibility time. Here's the edge guard, there's the dunk, and CakeAssault wins against Soulrifle 3-0. CakeAssault popping off super loud.
Watch your shoulder. Not this time.